Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Kat. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist and online nutrition coach, and today we are looking into Monet's new wellness line. They have hair care, they have skin care, they have pet care, and now they have wellness products. They did the grand reveal of this information a few days ago, and I saw it all over my Instagram feed, saw it a couple places on my Facebook feed, and I was intrigued because it fell within my line of work. I never thought that I would be talking about Monet just because I don't have any kind of training in hair care. I have pets of my own, and I have the different products that I use for my hair and also for my pet's hair or their fur, but I'm not an expert in that. And I don't know anything about skincare either. There was really no need for me to talk about Monet ever. But they are now dipping their toes into the nutrition side of things. They have a couple different products that we're gonna be diving into. Now, I will say that this is kind of first impressions. I'm just gonna be talking through some of the new products. I could not find any of the actual labels on the website. I know they list some of the ingredients, and I'll show you. I have screenshots and all of that good stuff, but I didn't have as much, and I don't have as much information that I want. So I'll probably be making an update, but I just kind of wanted to put some information out there, put my thoughts out there, because I had one person ask me what my thoughts were, and I know it's also like a relevant thing to talk about because it just came out. Everything in this video is 100% my opinion from looking at these products on their official website. I am not making any claims. I'm not intending to bash anybody in relation to the Monet company. I am just looking at the products because someone asked me to, and I like to talk about nutrition related companies and looking into specific products and everything. So again, 100% my opinion. Let's go. Right now, I'm looking on the website, and it doesn't have a whole lot other than just their basic kind of sales copy. It doesn't show any kind of actual supplement label on it. I don't know if on the back end, if it shows or anything. I'm assuming it does. I'm hoping that it does. Their page is just not enough information for me to want to refer it to anybody. Just looking at the website, they call it Monet Wellness, and they say it's an intersection between beauty and health, a healthy wellness journey. At Monet, we recognize the natural link between looking good and feeling good, and just talking about the link between inner vitality and outer beauty. They say their products are naturally based, vegan, and cruelty-free. It's a complete collection of products inspired by nature, informed by science, and designed to strengthen and protect our inner selves. And you can see just some examples. Offering the best of modern nature, Monet Wellness provides a proven path to the inner health upon which our best, most beautiful selves are built. I don't know where that is proven on this statement specifically. There's no like asterisk or anything showing that that is proving that, but so they have their products. They have a Total Greens, Collagen Key, Monet Balance, Monet Energy, and then they also have a sleep drop, which I'm not going to talk about the sleep drops. I just didn't get a chance to look into it, and that is not an area that I feel like is really, yes, it's tied to the nutrition, but I just feel like I wanted to really talk about the main nutrition pieces or products. So as I mentioned, all of their products are vegan, they're cruelty-free. Love that. That is great if that is important to you. So we're going to talk about Collagen Key first. On the website, it says that Collagen Key is an all-in-one blend to support total beauty from within. It's a unique all-in-one vegan formula that helps support the body's natural production of collagen, providing all of the essential ingredients for a strong structural support system. So I hope you noticed and you were able to read between the lines. I'm going to talk about that statement a little bit later. They say that it provides essential ingredients for a strong internal support system. It supports the body's natural production of collagen, adding strength and resilience to the hair, skin, and nails. And it contains an amino acid blend utilized by the body to maintain existing collagen levels and replace lost collagen. So that means that it's not actually collagen, which isn't a problem, but I think that some people can maybe see that product and think and believe that it is a collagen product when it's not collagen, because collagen is not a vegan thing. I am glad that they listed the FDA disclaimer. I didn't even know they have to do that anyway. The FDA does not regulate supplements. However, you can find certain certifications from third-party companies that do testing, that they will test the actual products to make sure that everything on the label is actually in the product and that it doesn't have any like contaminants, heavy metals, which are contaminants, but it doesn't have like fillers and things of that nature. And so there are several different kind of third-party companies. We've talked about that in our other videos talking about nutrition-related MLM companies. So some examples would be USP or NSF. Seeing those on a supplement label gives you some assurance that a third-party company has tested it and that everything on the label is actually in the product and that it's what they're saying that it is. That doesn't take into account any claims that they make, but it's just talking about the actual product's contents itself. So I did not see that on the website. I didn't see that for any of their products. That doesn't mean that they're necessarily bad. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily unsafe or contaminated or anything. I know it costs quite a bit of money to have that third-party testing go on, but I think Monet is doing very well as far as income goes, at least from what the partners have been saying. And so I think that they can and they should provide that third-party testing. Now, maybe it's just not on the product website right now, but I am just hoping that they have that in the future because I think that they should have that, and that would actually be better for their branding overall. So yeah, it is not an actual collagen product, it's a collagen booster. Now let's talk about what collagen is because it's important to understand. So collagen is found all throughout our body. It's found in our muscles, in our bones, in our connective tissue, in our skin. It's kind of like the glue that holds us together almost, and there's other things going on. That's putting it really simple, but it's found in lots of areas of our body. As we age, as we have more exposure to certain pollutants, our intake on a normal basis, and even excessive sun exposure can kind of help with that breakdown. And so it's important that we are eating the foods that give us the building blocks of collagen. So it's not like this idea that you eat collagen and then it travels to your body, to all the different places that you have collagen or that you need extra collagen, and it just kind of like fits itself in. That's not what happens. Collagen is a chain of multiple amino acids, and when we eat the collagen and our enzymes cut the chain down and we have those individual amino acids, depending on what part of our body needs them, depending on also how much you've eaten, if you are past kind of a threshold to where it's really not utilized, even though certain parts of your body might need it, it'll be broken down, and then depending on where your body needs those specific amino acids, if it even needs those specific amino acids, your body will handle that part. So even though collagen can be a really good source of certain amino acids, that doesn't always mean that those specific amino acids are going to all of a sudden like travel to those spots. As we are just normal living, our body will use amino acids in order to build where it needs to build. But that doesn't mean that you can eat some collagen or consume some collagen and that it will all of a sudden fix your collagen issue. That's not how it works. But overall, getting those amino acids, whether it's coming specifically from a collagen product or it's coming from just a regular food that has those specific amino acids in it, that's still gonna help overall. It's just where those amino acids really get shuttled to. So there are amino acids in collagen for what it's well known for. Glycine and proline. If you've taken OChem, you understand what these pictures are. If you've taken biochem, then you've probably had to memorize these structures along with tons of other amino acids. There are several amino acids present in collagen, not just glycine and proline, but they are between those specific ones, kind of every third one. When you have 3 amino acids, one is going to be glycine, one is going to be proline or hydroxyproline, and then there's going to be another amino acid, and that other amino acid is different, and it's going to be in different amounts for the whole chain in general, and it's going to vary based on the source of the specific collagen. But these are the specific amino acids that people are really thinking about when they're thinking about collagen. There's different kinds of collagen chains or links of different proteins or different amino acids in like varying levels depending on the kind of collagen that it's coming from, whether it's like fish or chicken or beef. They have slightly different amino acid profiles, but they all have those amino acids overall. It's just how they're connected, kind of how much of each one, all that kind of thing. So you can technically make it into a vegan source from a genetically modified yeast or bacteria, but it's going to be those specific amino acids you can kind of put together. So that's how I'm assuming that they're getting this product, the Monet product, but you don't have to have it. If you are vegan, that doesn't mean that you have to go out and get collagen made from genetically modified yeast or bacteria. You can also get these specific amino acids in food. So like black beans, kidney beans, those are great options, as well as seeds. So like pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, sunflower seeds, even nuts, so cashews, pistachios, nut butters, like peanuts. Those are all great options for getting in those amino acids if you are vegan. Now, if you are, or vegetarian, so if you are not vegan or vegetarian, then getting your amino acids and getting that collagen in from bone broth is an awesome source, as well as just general animal protein sources. Those animal sources are going to be called complete proteins or high quality proteins, meaning that they meet all of our essential amino acids. They have all of the amino acids that our bodies can't create. And so they're going to have those specific amino acids that we need from collagen too. Another example is something like Jell-O or gelatin. That is a form of collagen. Gelatin is actually a really good example if you have made like chicken or beef and you put it in a container, you put it in the refrigerator, you pull it out later, and it kind of has this kind of Jell-O-like consistency on the sides, like on the bottom. That is specifically collagen. It is cooked collagen, essentially. Now, if it's hydrolyzed, it's not going to gel up in the same way that like a gelatin collagen would. It's hydrolyzed, it's not going to do that. So I'm always a proponent of getting in food first before getting in other kind of supplementation. If you are eating a good amount of protein, if you're getting in those examples that I mentioned, whether they're from a vegetarian or a vegan source or that animal protein source, you can have those things and still have the appropriate amount of those specific amino acids that we see high in collagen. It's usually cheaper too, depending on where the sourcing is coming from, who the company is. It can also potentially be safer. I'm not saying that this Monet product is unsafe. I don't want you to take that from this, but I'm just saying that food first is one of my favorite things and one of the things that I really recommend people kind of approach before just adding in another supplement. So they do also have some other ingredients in there. They have the hyaluronic acid, resveratrol, biotin, and vitamin C, which I was glad to see the vitamin C because it is required for collagen production. It's kind of that precursor to getting everything where it needs to go, all of that. But yeah, I thought it was funny on their Instagram post how some of the representatives or partners were like, Arbonne who? Herbalife who? And there's another comment that was talking about how Arbonne's collagen is actually the only plant-based collagen in the US, since they don't contain peptides, which peptides contain animal cells, which peptide is literally just two amino acids that are linked together. But yeah, with the Arbonne who comment, somebody was saying how Arbonne has had a very similar products or has very similar products for a while now. The collagen, the protein powder, the probiotics, Monet is trying to get on their level. And I just thought it was funny that they were other nutrition related MLM companies and it wasn't like normal companies. I just thought that was really interesting. And the idea that they are the only ones who have that product. I know Garden of Life has a collagen block product. Yeah, it's a plant-based collagen builder. And then I know In Bloom also has one. I have not looked into that. I'm not gonna promote it right now, but I just know that there are other companies that have plant-based collagen block builders. So my main concern with this product is just one, do you need it? Do we need it? And then two, like, it's not bad. I wouldn't say that it's bad, but is it necessary? Is it necessary for the cost? I don't know what the cost is. The website does not show on the other side. I'm sure on the partner side it shows everything, but I can't see it. And just the name of it, if you saw this, would you think that it was a collagen product? Like, would you think that it's collagen? Because I would. Maybe it's just me, but when I saw this, I was like, oh, they're selling collagen now. And it didn't occur to me that it was vegan until they said that it was vegan, and I was like, okay, then it's technically like not collagen, but it's like a builder, kind of giving you the amino acids that collagen would, but it is not collagen itself. So I don't know what the definitions are specifically for like false advertising. They aren't saying that it's collagen, like they're talking about how it's the building blocks, but it's just in the name. And I know the Garden of Life one, theirs is called the Plant-Based Collagen Builder. And so I'm sure that it's fine. I'm sure that they have had people look over it. But just when I see the name of it, Collagen Key, I would just assume that it is collagen versus the Garden of Life ones that says Collagen Builder. Like, to me, the Garden of Life one, that's not false advertising to me. But when I see something called Collagen Key, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. Those are 100% just my thoughts. But yeah, I know a lot of people like to add collagen to their smoothies or their shakes or anything like that, and I've done that. I do that every once in a while. I actually like using the Thrive Market one. It is collagen peptides from beef specifically, or from cows. But I know that Vital Proteins has an awesome product, as well as Primal Kitchen. So there's just lots of opportunity to get in collagen. At the same time, I also use a lot of bone broth in my cooking and for even sipping on at times. And so yeah, I don't use that very often. That one specifically I have not opened. I have another one that I'm finishing first, but I've had it for a while because it's just not something that I use on a daily basis. Now moving into the Balance. So Balance is a prebiotic and a probiotic. They say it's a unique combination of pre and probiotic to support gut, immune, and skin health. A synergistic prebiotic and probiotic supplement important for achieving and maintaining a healthy immune system and promoting a healthy digestive tract. Supports healthy digestion, immune response, improved energy, and a clear, even complexion. And of course, they're going to have that FDA disclaimer, as with any kind of supplement would. They say Monet Balance features unique capsule and capsule technology that protects live bacteria as they travel through the digestive system, providing targeted, delayed release delivery to enhance effectiveness. So basically what that means is that you're not going to consume it and then the probiotic, the capsule, is going to let them all loose in your stomach, where the acid is very low, or depending on how you're saying it, very low on the pH scale, or a very high acid level, to where that could kill those live organisms. And so because of the capsule, it's going to go through your stomach, or past your stomach, past your small intestine, into the colon, where you want the bacteria to be, where you want them to flourish and thrive. So they say that it has 5 billion CFUs, or colony forming units, and they're using 13 strains, which is pretty good in my opinion. And then they talk about some of the other ingredients in there: inulin, ginger, turmeric, it's the probiotic blend too, and then the licorice root powder. So some of my thoughts on that, as far as with the amount, so they said 5 billion. I know the Arbonne one, Digestion Plus, has 3 billion with 1 strain. And then the Plexus Vital Biome has 7 billion with 8 strains. Something like a Culturelle, that one has, I believe, 1 strain, or depending on the different product, it changes, but that one has 10 billion. So it's up there. I think the amount of it is what you would expect to see, and I do appreciate that they have so many different strains in there. However, I could not find the specific strains because it's not listed on their website. I can't read the label, and I wish that any company that was talking about, or that they started selling their specific products, that they would show the actual supplement label, because just looking at the copy on the website, it's good enough for some people, but not enough for me. And if they want people to look at it and to be able to promote it from people who are actually familiar with these things, who talk about these things on a daily basis or regular basis, then they really should have that information on the website. Just my thoughts. I don't know how many billion are going to be alive once they arrive to your door. I will say that as they're shipping in the winter, it's probably going to be a little bit better. When you look at the billion units on probiotics, that can actually include live ones and also dead ones. And so I don't really know how much, like how much of the testing shows that. There's not that additional information on their website. I don't know how much actually is at the time of consumption, but at least at the time of production, it seems as if there is around 5 billion colony forming units. Okay, so this is something that I have talked about in plenty of videos by this point, but there's something called inulin in there. So inulin is extracted generally from something called chicory root, which for some people is very beneficial, and it is a prebiotic, meaning that it feeds the probiotics. So it's important when we're having probiotics to make sure that you're feeding them because without food, they will die. This specific kind of prebiotic is really helpful for promoting those healthy strains of bacteria. Now, the problem is for a lot of people with IBS, they will have some kind of concerns with specific kind of carbohydrate chains called fructans, which is a type of oligosaccharide, which I mentioned many times before, but that is part of what we look at when we are looking at IBS symptoms and looking at the specific foods that might cause some digestive discomfort and all of these symptoms surrounding it. And it's related to the FODMAP diet, which I have talked about in previous videos. So inulin is a high FODMAP food, and it can cause serious gastric discomfort in certain people with IBS. So if you have IBS and a Monet partner is telling you have this probiotic because it's going to help your gut, it might not. It might, but it might not. And so just be aware of that. I always like giving information and saying that, yeah, it's a great option as far as for a prebiotic in feeding the bacteria, but just for some people, it can really do the opposite of why you're taking the probiotic in the first place. So as with the collagen, I will say that I really recommend getting your probiotics in through food, fermented food, live cultured food, because you're gonna get a lot more nutrients in those foods than just the probiotics. And unless your doctor is specifically recommending you to get probiotics, or if you're working with a gut specialized dietitian and they're specifically recommending it, then I would not get it. I'm just a little bit nervous to promote any kind of probiotic. If you already aren't having issues, why change the neighborhood that you already have going on in there, the city, not neighborhood, the city? Like, why are you going to introduce something if you're not having an issue already? If you are having some issues, let's try to address it in other ways. Maybe we do need to look at certain FODMAP foods, or maybe having a certain kind of probiotic foods would be beneficial, but I'm hesitant to just blindly recommend any kind of probiotic for just anybody. Like, that's not what we should do when it comes to gut health for any company, nutrition related MLM or not. We don't do that, because what one person, they might get so many benefits from a specific probiotic in their gut health, it can really do nothing to another person, or it can be really not helpful for another person. And so there's not going to be just this blanket statement. And so I'm concerned whenever there is a company who is providing a probiotic and people are just recommending people take it, because it can cause so many issues down the line. So I would recommend don't start taking probiotics unless you talk to your doctor or your pharmacist, and especially if you have cancer, it's really not recommended, or certain other health conditions, it's really not recommended for certain people. And so check with your doctor, check with your pharmacist, get that okayed before just ordering it from a market partner. Okay, so the next product is the greens. Now they call it Total Greens Ultimate Daily Superfood Boost to support digestion, immune health, and healthy skin. It has 30 servings in the products container, and it's an easy way to take your fruits and veggies, a quick and convenient way to boost your diet with much needed phytonutrients that may be lacking in a typical diet. All in one great tasting, convenient drink mix. Now, when they say phytonutrients, if you aren't familiar with that. So there are nutrients within fruits and vegetables and plant foods in general, and there are things like vitamins and minerals, but there are also other compounds that are within fruits and vegetables. There are thousands that we don't fully understand yet, but we know that they work synergistically in our body and that they can be really helpful. And this is why, one of the reasons why I will never say that just a multivitamin can replace having fruits and vegetables, because it can't. There are so many other compounds in fruits and vegetables more than just the vitamins and the minerals. And so I can appreciate a greens supplement or a fruit and veggie kind of powdered supplement, because as much as I want to say that we need to get all of our fruits and vegetables in its solid form, I would love that, but for a lot of people that's just not the case. It's just not going to happen. And so I think it is really important to promote that kind of intake first and foremost before getting any kind of supplement. And so that is something that I would want to put more effort into as far as building those actions and those skills and those habits. But having some kind of greens can sometimes be helpful for kind of getting that in between kind of intake. Now, I will say that it's not necessary though. We can do other things, and there's a lot of different ways to kind of get in more vegetables and more fruits into our diet and get in a good variety of those as well. And so I'm not going to say, again, just kind of like the collagen, it can be helpful for some people. Is it necessary? No. For greens, same thing. I don't like that they call it superfood. You know how I feel about terms like superfood. If you haven't, check out my Diet Scams video. But notice how they use specific terminology like support, right? Because they can't say that it's going to give you all of these benefits, but they're just going to say that it's helping support your immune system, support your health, that kind of thing. It says that they have 37 fruits and vegetables in there, and that it tastes like a berry green flavor. That sounds terrible, in my opinion. There's oat fiber, acai, goji, papaya, matcha green tea, and then the greens blend. It looks fine. I don't know how it tastes, but in this video, I thought it was kind of funny because there's like a split second where you can kind of see, I don't know. That just doesn't look like it tastes really good, but she is powering through that and gives us a smile at the end of it. So again, I would hope that they have a third-party testing, whether it's USP or NSF, on this specific product because of all of the different kinds of fruits and vegetables in there. I want to know if there's any kind of contaminants, if there's heavy metals, if there are other things going on, if there are fillers. Let me know from a third party. So I hope they get that, and I hope they can start putting their actual product labels on the website. I also wanted to say that while I am saying that greens or something of that nature can be helpful for some people at certain times, they do not replace whole fruits and vegetables. They don't have the same amount of fiber. We cannot just take this kind of supplement and then not work on having whole fruits and vegetables. That's not how it works. It's just something, an additional kind of thing, a supplement, something to supplement what you are currently doing. So I just wanted to make sure that that was very clear. This does not replace actual vegetables, actual fruits. And then the last product that I just wanted to talk about is the energy product. So they say that it's a delicious drink mix that provides the energy you need to power through the day. And it is a refreshing on-the-go energy solution that is a healthier alternative to traditional energy drinks, coffee, and soft drinks. They always have this hate on coffee. Coffee can be such a wonderful drink option, and it is 100% natural. It literally grows from the ground. Coffee is natural. A unique formula keeps your energy levels stable throughout your busy day. And they say that it is a cutting-edge nootropic that enhances alertness, focus, and mood. It doesn't contain any synthetic stimulants or anything artificial. Nootropic is just a term used for a specific product that it's like being used for brain stimulation almost, or like that is a specific reason for the product itself. So things like cognitive, alertness, awareness, kind of that energy piece, that's what they're talking about when they say nootropic. It's kind of like this vague blanket statement. This one also has a berry flavor like the greens, which again, seeing green and tasting berries, I can't imagine. So the ingredients in energy, caffeine, of course, and it's from green coffee bean, and it also has phenylethylamine or PEA. It has an adaptogenic blend, which they don't give the blend information on there. And then of course vitamin B12, because every energy product on the planet has vitamin B12 in it. But back to phenylethylamine. So that, or PEA for short, is actually a chemical found naturally in the body, but you can also supplement it. In the supplement form, it's taken by mouth. I wanted to read this. So it stimulates the body to make certain chemicals that play a role in depression and other psychiatric conditions. People who don't make enough phenylethylamine naturally may be helped by taking it as a supplement. However, too much might cause side effects similar to the drug amphetamine. So I thought that was really important just to be aware of if you have certain mental conditions going on. I think it's really important to know that if you are consuming this product on a regular basis. It works similar to the drug amphetamine and may cause similar side effects. So that can include rapid heart rate, anxiety, or agitation. And if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, that's definitely something that I would avoid using. If you have bipolar disorder, that can cause some people to go from that depression to that manic state, potentially. And then it might worsen the symptoms of schizophrenia, including hallucinations and delusion. And then if you are having surgery within 2 weeks, they recommend you to not have that, to stop taking it because of its effect on the central nervous system. And so it's just something, as with every kind of supplement, just be aware of what you're consuming and don't just take word of mouth, or don't just take the claims from people who are selling it and just getting a commission off it. It's very important to do your own information digging and to talk with a health professional before starting any kind of supplements.
Also forgot to say, I had it in my notes but I completely skipped over it, is that phenylethylamine can inhibit prolactin secretion. Prolactin is the hormone that we need for milk production. So if you are pregnant, if you are breastfeeding, if any of that, I would not recommend this. Don't do it, in my opinion.
There are so many supplements that can interfere with certain medications and conditions. And so it's just always a good idea to ask your primary care physician. If you're working with a registered dietitian and doing medical nutrition therapy, just kind of bring that up as well. So overall, looking at Monet's Wellness line, again, as a registered dietitian nutritionist, I am always going to be biased as far as when it comes to actual food versus supplements. So I will recommend that you work on actual intake with food that you can purchase in a grocery store, because you're not going to have that same concern over the safetiness of it, over the effectiveness of it, and also it's usually going to be a lot less expensive, or it's going to be more cost effective to do it in the kind of food first way. And then after that, sometimes it is helpful to have certain kind of supplements. I would say that the one that I have the most concerns over would be that energy drink versus like the collagen or the greens. And then again, just my normal kind of concerns with any kind of probiotic, doesn't matter the company. Same concerns that I had, similar to the other videos that I have on the other companies that also have that similar kind of probiotic product. So yeah, those are my first thoughts. I will probably make an update to this video as I get more information. If I can snag a sample of that greens, I'm not gonna purchase it, but if I had a sample, I would definitely try it, because again, that green color and a berry flavor, I can't imagine. But that is it for this video. I don't want to make this video with the intention of making any Monet partner feel bad or anything, because it's not their company. They don't have any say over these products. They didn't even know about these products a week ago. If you are a Monet partner, this is nothing towards you. This is 100% talking about the company's products. This is not talking about the distributorship of it specifically. Unless we're talking about recommending overall just a blanket statement recommendation. Just sometimes certain people who have certain conditions shouldn't be recommended these products. And if you are recommending these kind of products, it's really important to know kind of more of that person's story and what's going on before just kind of saying this will help and recommending them to purchase it. If you are a distributor, this is not towards you. I don't hate you. I don't have anything against you. I love that you want to help people to get healthier and everything. I think that that can be better sourced and that energy can be better used outside of Monet, but that's another topic for another day. So if you like this video, or if you don't like this video, thumbs up or thumbs down, leave a comment. It all helps with the algorithm, and I would really appreciate any kind of help with the algorithm. So that's it. I will talk to you on the next video. All right, bye.